What's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Sports and Superheroes. This is the podcast where we talk about sports and superhero entertainment news from the past week and throw our opinions on there. I am one of your hosts, Sammy. I do the superheroes, and my other host, Marcus, he does the sports. Say what's up to the people, Marcus.
Hey, what's good, y'all? How you doing, Sammy?
I'm doing okay. It was a long day. I scared myself at work trying something new,
Yeah,
but I got over it and was able to do it. So all good.
good.
Just terrified me for a little bit.
All right.
How you doing?
Man, listen. You see, I got on a hoodie, a winter hat, and it was freaking 70 degrees Monday, and now
It
it's
was.
cold. We got snow this morning, there's sunshine this evening. Man, I don't like it. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's that
I'm
Wisconsin
gonna
weather.
chill. Yeah,
Yeah,
other than that,
it
I'm all right.
is what it is. They say we're supposed to get a foot of snow over the weekend. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I mean I'm gonna work to get that extra money if it happens, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
I
I don't
hope.
foresee that, but
I mean, it's good for you, but I hope not. I don't want
I
to
don't
see
even want a foot of snow. I don't want that much snow. I'm kind of burnt out on plowing right now, so I'm okay with not plowing,
it.
honestly. Uh, but like I said, this is a show where we talk, what a podcast where we talk about sports and superhero entertainment news for the past week. You can also check us out on all our social medias, linked down below: TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. And if you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. That helps us. YouTube likes it when you subscribe, and we like it when you do too. And if you listen, I was debating if I was going to start putting us back on like Spotify and stuff. I probably start doing it slowly so you can look for us there too. You can listen to the audio version of the podcast. But with that being said, you also can leave a voice message and ask us a question about sports, superhero, or even life. And as long as it's not too weird, we'll probably answer it. And that is linked down below. You can do that as well. But with that all being said, let's just jump into it this week. We missed last week. Things came up. Life happens, people. So we're going to talk about some stuff. We might have a little extra stuff to talk about. So without further ado, Marcus, go ahead in with that first sports
Uh,
story.
let's see. Where do I start? Let's start with this first as a two section topic right here. First, we're gonna talk
Okay.
about Jason Tatum. So I want to say shout out to Jason Tatum. Congratulations to him. He made his season debut. Or what's today's date? The 11th. Made his
Yeah.
season debut March 6th. So whatever day that was. Last Friday. It's last Friday. Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Against the Dallas Mavericks after tearing his Achilles in the
Mm.
2025 Eastern Conference semifinals. So it's his first back. He came back in 10 months. That's pretty fast. No one expected him to play at all this season. So
Understandable.
shout out to him. And he had a good game. It's his debut game of the season. He had 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. And the Celtics won 120 to 100. Um, he started out slow, which was to be expected. He missed his first 6 shots, and then he got it going. He had a tip, a putback dunk, and 3 pointers. He running the floor. You know, he, he he didn't look too hobbled or scared at all.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists on your first game back after tearing your Achilles. That's pretty damn good. So
That is pretty good.
shout out to Jason Tatum. So now we're going to talk about what happened last night.
Oh, I've
Bam,
even heard of this.
bam, went
I want to see
crazy.
how you feel about this.
All right, so yeah, man went crazy last night. He scored the second most points ever in a single NBA game with 83 points. taking over the previous spot of Kobe, who scored 81 against the Toronto Raptors. Wilt has the holds record for the all-time most points scored in a single game with 100 points. Some people say it didn't actually happen because they're like, we have footage of everything, but Wilt scoring 100. Whatever. So Bam had 31 points by himself in the first quarter. So after the first quarter, the score was 31, Bam 31, the whole Washington Wizards team 29.
Jesus.
And then by halftime, he had 43. So, and then, he got closer and closer. He broke LeBron's record for Miami, which was 62. So he broke that. And then, so I was watching the Boston San Antonio Spurs game.
Okay.
And then I must have got on my phone. I'm like, Bam has how much? So then I had to flip to that game. So I watched like the last probably like 8 minutes of the game. And down the stretch, you got double team, you got triple team. Miami was purposely fouling the Wizards so they can get the ball back.
Yeah.
It was 14 on the ball. They even like missed free throws on purpose to get the ball, to try and get the ball back. If they did, to give Bam another chance to shoot. Like at that point, I'll hop back to that later. But continue about Bam. Yeah, so but 43 in the first half, and then of course 40 in the second half. His previous high-scoring game was 41 points back in January 23rd of 2021 against the Brooklyn Nets. So his stat line was 83 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 steals. He was 20 for 43 on field goal attempts, 7 for 22 from 3, and 36 for 43 on free throw attempts. So, of course, later after the game, I saw it on Twitter and I saw it on TikTok. People were downplaying his game, saying it isn't that great since he shot 43 free throws and he had 43 field goal attempts. And it wasn't as impressive as Kobe's 81-point game. Me, myself, personally, I think both are amazing feats. You score that many points in a single game, like you gotta have a lot of stamina, and you gotta be on. Because even though he did take 43 free throw attempts, you gotta make the free throws. So, and he had 43 field goal attempts, so he shot the ball 86 times. That's a lot. And just for context, I'm going to give you Kobe's stats when he scored 81 next to Bam's stats of his 83. So Kobe on field goal attempts, he shot 28 for 46. Like I said, Bam was 40. Bam was 20 for 43. Kobe shot 7 for 13 from 3. Bam shot 7 from 22 from 3. Kobe was 18. Kobe shot 20 free throws, made 18 of them. Bam shot 43 free throws and made 36 of them. Kobe had 6 rebounds. Bam had 9 rebounds. Kobe had 2 assists. Bam had 3 assists. Kobe had 3 steals. Bam had 2 steals. Kobe had 1 block. Bam had 3 blocks. I even saw a clip earlier where who was it? It was a former player, and now I can't remember who it was. But he was saying you got to put an asterisk next to Bam's 83 because of how he got it, because of 43 free throw attempts. I disagree. Like I said, that's a crazy feat. And yeah, Miami was blowing out Washington, but you still got to make the shots. And you can't blame him. He had a chance to go for the record, and he went for it. I don't blame Bam at all. Washington should have played better defense and stop fouling him. They didn't foul so much, he would not have went to the free throw line 43 times. So I don't put that on Bam at all. I put that on Washington Wizards. And I think it was pretty dope. Clearly, Asia Wilson is helping Bam out with his game because she's one of the best scorers of the WNBA history. So, yeah, it was amazing to see. His mom was in the crowd. Asia was in the crowd. So it was pretty dope. I don't know. Well, shoot, the way the NBA is, somebody will probably break Bam's record in the near future because he can't play defense these days in the NBA. Well, they don't. It's all about offense. The floor is wide open.
Very true. Sorry about that. Computer crashed. I was listening to you talk, and all of a sudden my computer went black. It's like, God damn it. So it sounds like you kept talking and you filled people in or what happened. My question to you, do you feel that's a legitimate record for him, or do you feel there was some bullshit in there?
Listen, he shot the ball 86 times. With the free throws and the field goal attempts, that's 86 shots.
True.
You gotta have a lot of stamina to put up 86 shots.
Very true.
And it's not his fault because he was coming back in, but I just said it's not his fault. He went to the free throw line 43 times. Washington needs to play better defense. He does because some of them plays like down the stretch when I saw like, why are you fouling them?
Exactly.
Triple and double team. I'm like, how y'all still let him get the ball? You got two on them. I'm like, then he goes. I'm like, why are you fouling? That's not on Bam that they kept fouling them.
True.
I mean, this probably is not going to help my case, but in a way, Washington kind of helped him get the 83 because they kept fouling him.
Yeah.
I mean, because anytime you close to a record like that, of course, your teammates gonna force feed you the ball and just tell you to shoot it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy that Eric Spoelstra left him in the game so he could get it.
That's what I'm really surprised. Being up by 40, you leaving one of your starters in the game.
Yeah. I was just saying that. I don't remember who said it as a former NBA player, but he was like, yeah, it was disrespectful to the game how Bam got his 83. I like, again, he has to make the shots. He made the shots. It's not his fault. If we're in the game and you're close to a record, Sammy, I'm gonna keep feeding you. I'm gonna keep giving you the ball. Exactly. I want you to break the record. You close, go for it.
I mean, records are made to be broken. That's what they're there for. We wouldn't keep track of them if we weren't trying to break them.
I will say it will be crazy when you look in the book. Record books is Wilt 100, Bam 83, Kobe 81, and then Luka had like 71, I believe. And then Devin Booker scored 70 one time. I was like, man, you look at that list, even the top three names, Wilt, Bam, and Kobe, you're like, hold on. Bam out of body?
Yeah. That's not what you was expecting to see.
Yeah. I for one, I'm not gonna rain on that man's parade.
Understandable. Touche, congrats. That was definitely a feat to do. You, like Marcus said, you had to score the points. You had to put that ball in the hole, and you did that. And they let you do that many times. You stayed on the court to be able to do that. So all credit to him. Touche, second in the line now. Let's see how long that record holds. Do you think somebody will take his place? Because I realistically, I don't think nobody's gonna get to 100. Realistically,
honestly, I never thought anyone would pass Kobe's 81. But
true.
But
True.
if I had to guess of a current player who could possibly get up there, and I need Anthony Edwards to go score 90. I need Ed to go score 90. I think I honestly I think Ann or Wimby. I think if Wimby just like fuck it, I'm just scoring. He can
Yeah,
definitely do it because he can do everything. He can shoot. He can go to the basket. He's 7'4". Like it's hard to stop that man from scoring at all.
true.
So realistically, yeah, Wimby. I'm a little biased, but yeah, Ed. Um, yeah, don't be my top two.
Okay.
I think Luka could have a crazy game and get 80. He already scored 70, so yeah, that would be my
Okay.
three.
Okay. Well, speaking of scoring, anime has scored another crazy show coming. Um, Meg the Stallion is producing her first anime. I say her first because it seems like she might continue producing animes because she loves anime. She loves the culture. She's enriched in it. She's always dressing up as a character on either interviews, album covers, her songs. She is an anime girl. She is what they would call a weeb. And she is producing her first anime show. There was not like a title for it yet. At least they said. They just gave us a sneak peek of some animation of it. And unfortunately, people are acting weird because they
Of
act
course,
like they don't know what anime is. Anime
of course.
it's not even racially, well, it might be racial too. Um the sneak peek we got to see was a woman in a dojo training, and she's fighting like this training doll, and one of her moves is a legit karate moves, and then the next move she starts popping her ass and makes a sound wave that knocks the dummy out, and people are like, oh, why are you doing this? But we forget there are animes, there's literally anime where girls fight with their butts on a raft, and
What?
it's like the national sport within that anime. They fight with their butts and their boobs. So they do this. So like,
Okay.
I did think that when I first
Okay.
saw the sneak peek of Meg's anime, and I was like, why you clapping your ass? But then I thought about it, I was like, well, this is anime. There's even worse animes out there that do way worse things. This is very tame to say the least. But it actually the animation looked good. Like the art style looked good, the emotion looked good, and it's being creative control is with the guy from Carl Jones who did the Boondocks.
Oh,
So he's good at what he does, and if he's on the team doing this, I'm kind of excited to see what happens with it. Like, of course, we got to see a full trailer. This was more of a sneak peek. But it's actually coming to Amazon Plus or Amazon Prime. Sorry. It's gonna be on Amazon Prime, so a big network is backing it. So I am kind of excited to see what this anime is and what it's about. There was a little more where they showed it seemed like a couple villains and they looked interesting. I'm all for it. This is not the first um black artist to do a anime show. The first one I can remember right now off the top of my head is Jaden Smith. He had his own anime like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I watched it, and it was interesting, but it was very Jaden. You know, Jaden's out there a little bit, and the anime was a little out there even for anime itself, but it was interesting and intricate. Um but the more people that love this genre are starting to get into it from American side of it is honestly good. You get to see a different perspective of that genre and still mix the anime culture with black culture and with American culture, and a whole different demographic gets to be shown and learn about this. I do see her bringing new fans to it. They will have to get used to the weird stuff in anime that happens. So that is what it is. But I honestly, I understand what people were trying to say about her doing it the way she's doing it, but it's anime. There's so many wilder shit in it that this is pretty tame to say the least. But very excited to see what her anime is, what is the story, and to see more of it, honestly. Yeah.
Amazon Prime, you say?
Yeah, it's gonna be Amazon Prime, so we probably will be talking about it on here. Speaking of which, I had to catch up on some anime. I didn't know season 3 of One Punch Man came out, so I've been watching that. The first like 5 episodes, I was so close to turning it off. And you know me, if I don't like something, I'll just shut it off. I don't have to finish it. I'm not a completist. I don't need to complete everything. But I got to episode 6 and they start throwing hands again, and it had me back. After that, they start fighting, and I must say, as of right now, I'm happy with season 3. It gets back to season 1 where they actually fought, and you can see them fought. They do like cutaways when they were actually fighting and throwing punches, and that's what One Punch Man is. You want to see the fights. They still got the comedy there. It dragged a little bit in the first part of the season, but it's picking up now. I think it's done. Or I'm still waiting on, I think maybe 2 or 3 dub episodes to come out, because I think it's like 24 episodes, I believe. But so far, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Love it. Love the first season of One Punch Man. One Punch Man season 2 wasn't that great. One Punch Man season 3 is bringing that quality back, and I'm starting to get back into the show and loving it again. Yeah. So let us know. Have you checked out the sneak peek of Meg's anime? Are you excited for it? Are you upset about it? What's your feelings on it? Hit us in the comments down below.
All right. Let's talk to Atlanta Hawks.
Oh yeah.
So, the Atlanta Hawks had announced that they were going to have a one special night collaboration to celebrate the city's iconic cultural institution, Magic City, during their home game against Orlando on March 16th. As part of this celebration, the Hawks had worked with Magic City to bring the best of the phenomenon for fans in attendance at the award-winning State Farm Arena. The Hawks was going to have T.I. perform at halftime. It was going to have a podcast happening before the game with like the owner of Magic. I believe it was the owner of Magic City. They was going to do a podcast in a arena before the game, and then Magic City was going to do wings. They were going to serve 2 versions of their world famous lemon pepper wings. One called the Lou Will Lemon Pepper Barbecue. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No.
Okay, I'll give you a quick backstory. So Lou Williams is a basketball player in the NBA. Good NBA player. He was known as a 6-man.
Okay.
Probably could have started for a lot of teams. He was pretty good. He was a scorer. So when COVID hit, and then the NBA went to the bubble, they had those in what was it, Disney World?
Yeah, the Disney. Yeah.
So it was all in the bubble. So once you was in a bubble, you couldn't leave because it was still a lot of uncertainty about COVID.
Yeah.
Lou left because he went to a funeral of a family member.
Okay.
Wow, because his team was one of the few teams that were down in the bubble.
Okay.
So while he was out the bubble and at the funeral, he stopped by Magic City to get him some wings because apparently Magic City has some good wings.
Okay.
So eventually that information came out, and I can't remember who coined the phrase but they start calling him lemon 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 pepper Lou. So
Okay.
that's why they and I guess he gets like barbecue sauce and lemon pepper on his wings. That's how he like it. So now
Okay.
so now that's a staple at Magic City. So that's why it's called the Lou Will lemon pepper barbecue wings. So we're going to serve those and traditional lemon pepper wings. And then it's it for fans interested in purchasing wings can visit section 114, 120, and 211.
Okay.
Two estate farms, arenas, all inclusive premium experiences, Harris Cherokee Casino Club and the Players Club will have both sets of wings available as an option while supplies last. So this is everything they was planning for
Yeah.
March 16th. And then also they was going to do some merch. The Atlanta
Mm-hmm.
Hawks, he was doing some merch. As part of the collaboration, the Hawks shop has teamed up with Magic City to release a limited edition peach tree themed hoodie. Across the front and bold text are the words Magic City and Peach, and on the sleeves are the Atlanta Hawks official logo and Peach logo. This hoodie was going to be available at the Hawks shop in the State Farm Arena and online at the Atlanta Hawks official website.
Okay.
But not everybody was too thrilled about that idea.
No, they wasn't.
One person in particular was Luke Cornett, who plays for the San Antonio Spurs. Doesn't play for the Hawks, doesn't play for Orlando Magic. He had nothing to do with any of this, what was going to go down. But
Not at all.
we need to put in his 2 cents. And I'm going to read what he said. Let's see. Okay, this is what he said. He said the NBA should desire to protect and esteem women, many of whom work digitally every day to make this the best basketball league in the world. We should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful of the daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. Allowing this night to go forward without protest would reflect poorly on us as an NBA community, especially in being complete and the potential objectified and mainstream of women in our society. I'd like to encourage the league, its owners, employees, and fans to hold the Atlanta Hawks to a higher standard of what they find worthy of promoting. I and others throughout the league were surprised by the object to the Hawks' decision. We desire to provide an environment where fans of all ages can safely come and enjoy the game of basketball and where we can celebrate the history and culture of communities and good consequences. The celebration of a strip club is not conduct aligned with that vision. Here's the thing, Luke. It's bad. There wasn't going to be any strippers.
Exactly. No strippers. But it was the culture of Atlanta. That's what they were
It's part,
celebrating.
right. Magic City is part of Atlanta's culture.
Yeah.
Okay. It's it's ingrained in the entertainment of Atlanta, the music. They just did a whole documentary on Magic City. Can't remember what platform it was on, but
Oh,
they did
did
a whole
they?
documentary, I think last year or the year before.
Okay.
But anyway, Luke got his wish. The NBA canceled the Atlanta Hawks celebration to celebrate Magic City, saying Monday that it was responding to concerns from many across the league. The Atlanta Hawks had this to say. While we were disappointed in the NBA's decision to cancel our Magic City night promotion, we fully respect its decision. As a franchise, we remain committed to celebrating the best of Atlanta with authenticity and ways that continue to unite and bring us all together. So but not everything was canceled. So Ti is still set to perform during halftime of the game.
Okay.
That was part of Magic City Night. Um, they're still going to sell the wings. They will not be selling the hoodies,
Okay.
and they would not be doing the podcast before.
Okay.
So really, they still doing it. They just not selling the hoodie,
Yeah.
not doing the podcast
And
before.
just not calling it Magic City Night or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
And then the commissioner Adam Silvers said, when we became aware of the Atlanta Hawks scheduled promotion, we reached out to the Hawks leadership to better understand their plans and rationale. While we appreciate the team's perspective and their desire to move forward, we have heard significantly concerns from a bar a broad area of leagues stakeholders, including fans, partners, and employees. I believe canceling this promotion is the right decision for the NBA. I gotta say, I was when I first heard about it, I was surprised. I was like, "Oh, they Magic City night," and I was like, "Oh, we'll never see what this entails." And then I read what it was about. I was like, "Oh, okay." And I
yeah,
was like, "Yeah, somebody's gonna be upset about it." So
I can see, I can see it both ways.
yeah,
Um, I can see that it does feel like you celebrating strippers, which is not wrong to celebrate, but the NBA is technically a family thing, even though they do betting. Like, you don't see this man talking about betting, which hurts people drastically and destroys family. Sports betting is an addiction a lot of people have, and NBA is fully celebrating it and trying to get people to do it more. But I don't see you speaking out against that. But I can see why they would be, you could say you'd be against this. I mean, I'm not saying all sex workers have been trafficked and forced into that work. Some of them want to do that work, some of them enjoy that work. So don't make it seem like they're all being hurt and forced into this. Just like anything, there's always bad apples in it or bad situations of it. Like even basketball, there's bad apples in basketball, bad situations in basketball. That don't mean you throw the whole thing out as a whole and shun it. Um, but it's also a cultural thing, which for Atlanta, I mean, it sucks that that is. Well, I almost say sucks, but I can see how people will be upset that that's the culture for that. But sometimes things are built out of what people look down on, and it builds other people up and becomes something huge. And that was a big aspect of Atlanta that helped it grow and thrive and become what it is today. So there's no reason not to celebrate that. You just have to be smart about how you celebrate, especially if you're a family organization.
uh,
Um,
I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I will admit right away, my analogy is going to be outrageous. It's going to be outrageous because again, I'm with you. I see both sides of the coin, right? But at the same time, like, yes, Magic City is a part of Atlanta culture, right? And I'm going to say what I'm going to say is very extreme,
okay.
but it also could happen in these times right now. So, take for instance Alabama football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huge. What if Alabama Crimson Tide decide they want to celebrate their culture, right? And their culture, we're talking Confederate flags, and
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave it at that. Like I said, I
So
know it's extreme. I said at the beginning, it's extreme,
I would think
but
it was a stream, and I wouldn't even think it's a stream because I just saw at a high school game at a predominantly black high school, a white high school came to play them, and they were swinging Confederate flags in the stands. So,
Right.
and it was like little girls swinging these giant flags. So
Mhm.
that's not even a wild take anymore. That happens.
Unfortunately,
Like
unfortunately. But,
happens.
but but they were like, "Hey, we just celebrating our culture."
Exactly.
So like I said, that's why I understand, but you got to be careful because
True.
things can go
True.
left very quickly.
Very quickly.
I actually won't be
Very
surprised if
quickly.
that actually happens. Well, you said it already did, but so
On a bigger stage. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah, I
gotta,
wouldn't be surprised.
you know,
I mean, I guess this is a positive for protesting. See, protesting does work, shut things down sometimes, even if
yeah,
other people wanted them.
not to go very political, but I will say, uh, America can learn a thing or two if they watch other countries when they protest about things, because other countries protest about things and shit gets done.
It
Shit
does.
gets done.
It
We
does.
protest here. Sometimes I feel like it's a waste of time because
Yeah.
nothing changes. We
Yeah.
protest,
It
we
just
march,
changes face. It doesn't change the
right?
whole
It's just like,
situation.
oh, this is on news today. This is what's happening now, and then next day is on with the next because there's
Yeah.
always something crazy happening in America. So
Very
I
true.
guess I'm not
Very
gonna
true.
go very deep down that road because that's not what this podcast is about. So
Nope. If y'all want us to start a podcast like that, let us know. We'll work on it. Maybe not.
they don't work.
Can't be stressing like that.
They
We
don't
try
work.
to put positivity in the world. Uh,
I will be cursing within the first second of the podcast. Well, yeah. Next topic. Next topic.
so speaking of so crazy things that happen, I know we talked about it a while ago how Warner Brothers was going to be sold to Netflix. Warner Brothers was up for sale, looking for the highest bidder, and Netflix became the highest bidder. I think they were gonna sell them to for like $67 billion. Well, Netflix, it seemed like they had it in the bag and they were going to have Warner Brothers on their page. They were going to have Warner Brothers stuff and they were going to be in charge of Warner Brothers. They only wanted Warner Brothers Studios and like their IP. They didn't want their other divisions like their gaming divisions and stuff like that. Um so unfortunately, well, fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not even sure now. Paramount were in the bidding wars as well. And for some reason or some way, Paramount has come out with a bigger bid than Netflix. And it looks like Paramount will be buying Warner Brothers. Um, I guess Netflix offered stock at like 27 a share and Paramount came back with like 28 a share or 29 a share, like a dollar or two more, which gave them the bigger bid, and which Warner Brothers had to tell their shareholders, well, technically, this is a bigger bid for all the company, and Warner Brothers have to make their shareholders happy. So they went with that one. It still has to go through red tape and stuff, but it seems like Paramount might be buying Warner Brothers, and I think it's for like close to 80 to $100 billion or something like that. And
Goodness.
they're getting all of Warner Brothers. Um, the downside is, I think the people in charge of Paramount are more right wing leaning, and they've been trying to push for more right wing entertainment. Which could be bad, could be good. I mean, Landman is one of those kind of shows, Yellowstone, and they have a couple different kind of movies. Even Kevin Smith, uh is it Kevin Smith? Uh, I think so. That's the dude off King of the Hill, right? I mean, King of Queens.
Oh,
Kevin James.
Kevin
Sorry, Kevin
James.
James. Kevin Smith is.
Oh,
Oh, he talks about this too.
wait a minute. What you
So
about to say
Kevin
about Doug?
Smith is the guy from Clerks. Kevin
Yeah,
James
yeah,
is a guy from King of the Hill. I mean, King of Queens.
King of
So
Queens.
apparently he got involved with a right wing movie, and he did a movie Left at the Altar or something like that, where he gets left and he ends up going to uh on the honeymoon he was supposed to go with his wife who left him, and he finds love. It's by Angel Studios, which is a right wing studio. Um, so that was their first like really big name person with
What?
like credibility. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. I think it came out. People say it's decent. I don't know if it's like has a lot of God fearing stuff in the movie or whatnot, or if it's just a romantic comedy.
Yeah,
I seen the trailer. I just haven't seen the full movie, so
yeah.
I gotta hold my judgment until I actually watch the movie. Um, but yeah, they're doing that. They still have to not only get it passed here by our government, but they also have to do internationally get it passed to be able to buy Warner Brothers, because they have different um contracts out in other parts of the world, so they still have to get the okay from that.
Well,
Um
I don't mean to cut you off, but it's gonna get passed here, so that's not even because you said it's
yeah,
a right wing.
unfortunately,
That is going to get passed. It's not.
yeah,
That's not
the
even an argument.
guy in charge of Paramount is supposed to be real close friends with Trump.
Yeah, that's a
So
people in the road. That's not.
um the funny thing is, even though Netflix lost, won't be getting Warner Brothers, they're still gonna make like $8 to $10 billion, because Paramount has to pay them a certain amount for, because Netflix gave Paramount a chance to try to beat their offer in lieu of you have to pay us a certain amount for waiting, and
Oh,
then Paramount still has to pay money if it takes too long for the deal to go through. So this is a big
okay.
gamble. Yeah, it's a lot of
Well,
money still on the table,
that's
and
good.
it's still might not go through, and Paramount still might shell out like 10 to $20 billion and still might not get Warner Brothers all together, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
Um,
You talking money with a B,
what a B,
with a
what
B.
a B. So that is wild. I don't know if I don't know, and that means and Paramount is getting all of Warner Brothers, their studios, their gaming division, everything. There's not just the movie and licenses for stuff. They're getting everything. Um,
Oh man,
I don't know if they're in better hands at Paramount or if they would have been at better hands at Netflix. Um,
Netflix.
do you think so?
Yeah,
Because Paramount has been making good movies as of lately, and Paramount still does have a window for movies going into theaters. Excuse me, into theaters and then waiting before they go to digital. Netflix, they said they would leave movies in theaters, but they could do that for a year or two and then go straight to just everything on Netflix to please their subscribers. Um, I don't know if Hollywood is feeling a sigh of relief that Paramount might take over Warner Brothers, one of the bigger Hollywood studios, and keep that kind of going. Hollywood wise, only time will tell what happens, because you pay that kind of money, you got to start recouping that money. So, just like Disney, they paid, I think, I want to say 20 to 30 billion for Star Wars, Marvel, oh, even a couple more billions to get Fox too, and they've almost recouped all their money on the Marvel and Star Wars deal. They're still trying to recoup money for the Fox deal. So you got to make that money back, especially with all that IP. You got to start throwing stuff at the wall and getting stuff out there. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. Side note, Ted season 2 is back. I don't know if you've watched that show or heard about the show.
I've
I know
seen it.
you've heard about the movie Ted, right? With the teddy
Yeah, I've
bear.
seen the movie. Yeah.
Okay. So I watched the first season. I thought it was great. The first season was funny, hilarious. I loved it. I started watching the second season, and then I found out that in the second season they use AI for a scene in Ted. And being that actors and Hollywood itself went a whole strike because they were trying to push AI out and make sure AI wasn't taking over people's job. The fact that they chose to use AI felt like a slap in the face. And even the creator Seth MacFarlane talked about it, openly talked about it, and he was doing some interview on some carpet, and he talked about how they use AI. Yeah, he was like, AI is a tool, and we just use it as a tool. He said they try to do prosthetics, they try to do special effects, but it just never looked right. So they typed it into AI and it worked. The scene is a scene. Spoilers if you haven't watched Ted season 2. If you're going to watch Ted season 2, I'm still debating if I'm going to continue watching it. This scene is where Bill Clinton is in a muffin shop, a younger Bill Clinton, and Seth MacFarlane's doing his Bill Clinton impression, and he wore prosthetics and stuff, and he said it didn't look right until they used AI and it matched the face and everything, and it looked perfect for them, and so they did it. um I don't know, like, this is you playing with hot water, like, what people were fighting against AI for, from them being able to make scripts, to take over actors, to not have to use actors, replacing actors, and for you to just use it so comfortably and think it's okay, felt kind of wrong. Especially this is your industry and you just doing this willy-nilly. Yeah, it felt kind of wrong. So let us know what y'all feel about that. If y'all knew about it, now that you do know about it, how you feel about it. You think it was okay? You think it was bullshit? Um, are you gonna finish season 2? I'm kind of debating if I'm gonna finish season 2. Because I think that's kind of messed up. And I know we use AI all the time, but at a certain point you have to realize AI could fuck over a lot of people and make a lot of jobs being taken away and people having a livelihood being taken away. So we might need to put a cap on it or have some kind of control over it, but government regulation of it. But we'll have to see. But that's how I feel about that. Marcus, how do you feel about AI?
I don't like it. Uh, this is the point where my age is going to really show. Um, I want to sound like my grandma. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't trust it
Yeah.
because I've I've, I've said this before, but now yeah, it's not gonna be true. Somebody else is gonna cause that to happen. But I've said for at least the last year that AI will be the reason why World 3 is going to happen,
Yeah.
because they're gonna put a photo of someone talking crazy and then it's gonna be hard to decipher. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's, as of right now, it's safe to say AI would not cause World 3. The person who I is going to actually do it himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, because it's so, like, some videos are like really difficult to tell.
Very
Like,
true.
some of them is easy to tell. Like, I got proud of myself like a few weeks ago because I was able to notice that it was AI. I had to
Uh-huh.
watch it 3 times to figure it out. But then I eventually know. Hold on, the person he's talking, but he's not looking at the person. He's talking over here, but he talking to this person over here. I'm like, yeah, this is AI. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's low key scary because, for instance, and I don't think the worst of the worst every time, but say for instance, I'll use you and I as an example. Say for whatever crazy reason we stop being friends and stop talking, right? and I decide I want to get revenge on you, and I make an AI video of you doing some crazy and send it to your family. Like that's wild. Like, did
Yeah.
you do that? Like, there were people who got in trouble. I don't remember if it was a year ago, 2 or 3 years ago, because some guy was making AI videos of celebrities doing
Deep fake doing porn. Yeah.
right. It was like that's crazy. And then
Yeah.
you got a lot of crazy people who like have weird things, and it's
True.
just I don't like it.
Yeah. And then
And
there's the environmental effects it has. Like, it's produced to do AI. It drains so much water, clean drinking water, and of course they're putting it in. I won't say bad neighborhoods. I mean, like unfortunate neighborhoods, low income neighborhoods, and they're stripping the resources there to use to get these big farming markets to do AI because it takes so much power and it generates so much heat, and they got to
yeah,
keep these things cool so it can still work. Like it is environmentally bad. It is going to be humanly bad. It's going to start doing terrible things, and we're just gonna get into Terminator 2 territory as well because they're gonna start taking over. Why are we
I
doing
Robot.
this? We've watched these movies.
Yep, Terminator 2, Terminator, I Robot, all that.
Man.
Yeah, I believe what you were just speaking of. I believe they did it in a neighborhood. I want to say in Memphis. I want to believe. I want to say I saw a story about that a long time ago.
Okay.
About
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's
No,
crazy.
no.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I will like with everything, it can be used in a good way. So like I don't there's the rapper Benny Siegel, was on Rockefeller back in the day, early 2000s. Like I listened to Benny Siegel. He was one of my favorite artists back then. Like he has now present day, he has I don't know what happened, but he has like issues with his vocals, his voice.
Um.
So he doesn't sound like he used to. But I hear he's going to make some new music and he's going to use AI. So it's his sounds like his old voice.
Okay.
It's still him with the lyrics and all, but he's
Yeah.
using AI for his old voice. So he
Okay.
sounds normal, so
Yeah.
normal. As
Yeah.
normal as it can be. So I
Yeah.
think like instances like that, I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, Morgan Freeman just had an issue with AI.
Did he?
Yeah, because Morgan Freeman, he narrates everything. He
Yeah.
has, the great
That
voice.
voice.
And he was like, he's like, no, don't be using my voice. No, I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, he was like, no, don't be using my voice for AI.
Wow.
I
Okay.
give y'all permission to do that.
I didn't know he did that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So this next topic. This happened a while ago. And I just want to talk about it though, because it was crazy. I just sit in my notes, and I just feel like we gotta talk about it. And I want to see if you remember when this happened. So
Okay.
I don't remember. It was this year, but there was a boxing match with a guy named Jarrell Miller is his name. He had a boxing match on a Saturday night in Madison Square Garden. He was on the undercard of the Shakur Stevenson's and Timo Lopez fight. By the way, Shakur Stevenson won that fight and won the WBO Junior Welterweight title with a unanimous decision. Side note: I did not know this. But okay, so you see a boxer and they have belts.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they gotta pay for them belts. So
Word.
they win the fight, and then they got paid whatever company a stupid amount of money to keep that belt. Because in boxing, I'm like, that's really, if you're not a pure fan for casuals, that's the only way you know who's a champ is by the belts. But yeah, because Terrence Crawford, his last fight, he won a belt, and they was talking about you got to come out of 100,000 for that belt. He's like, man, fuck that belt. Y'all gonna have that belt. I'm not paying.
100,000? Jesus.
Yeah, they be robbing these boxes for that belt. Crazy. So that was just a sidebar. I just had to bring that up because I thought about it. Okay. Back to Jarrell Miller. So he went viral after an uppercut knocked his wig back.
Okay, I saw this. I saw this like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's 2 pages. He did win a fight. I will say that he did win a fight.
Yeah.
In his post-fight interview, Jarrell said, "I felt a cold breeze on my scalp." I said, "I know." I said, "I know I ain't got no AC up there." It happened in the second round of his fight. At the end of the round, Jarrell went to his corner and he said his normally confident coach started stuttering in the corner. It started, and he said, and then Jarrell, like, it started to click. His hairpiece might have fallen off. He said, one glare at the Jumbotron, and Jarrell realized, I'm fried, I'm cooked. So he ripped it off and threw it in the crowd before the start of the third round.
Hey.
And then another boxer had grabbed it and put it on the chair next to him for the rest of the fight.
Jesus.
He said he got a hairpiece after he lost his hair 2 days before the fight, when he said he mistakenly used when he used bleach instead of shampoo to wash his hair. He said he was at his mom's house. He taking a shower. He grabbed the bottle. It looked like a shampoo bottle. And he put it on his hair, and he lost all his hair 2 days before the fight.
Okay.
He said he's going to attempt to grow his hair back. He also said his DMs were full.
Of course.
Yeah, with a lot of hair companies from Turkey reaching out.
Okay.
A couple of man weaving company reaching out. Jarrell said he paid $700 for his toupee that got knocked off.
Yeah, I don't know if there was a video of him getting that installed, or if that was before or after the fight where he went and got another one. I think there was a video of him getting it installed, and he said the dude didn't put enough glue on or something. I was like, wow. And I seen him on the Breakfast Club, and they was talking about it. Yeah. And he was like, look, man, things happen. He got roll with it.
I like him. He took it in stride. You know, he seemed like he's a funny dude. Yeah, like, he took it in stride. He was like, after the fight, he was all over the place. He did a lot of interviews, and he was just joking. Like, yeah, man, came off. Yeah,
I mean, it definitely helps that you won the fight. It definitely helps you won. But hey, turn this moment into something bigger. Make this be a moment where you can get financially stable with this and get you either a new career, or a show, or something. This is definitely a way you can branch out. This is your 15 minutes. Use them up and use them well. Shoot.
Hey, I will say I am blessed. And I will speak for both of us right now. I am blessed that we both have our natural long hair.
I always said, if I start going bald, I'll just shave it all off.
I said the same thing. I'm not gonna walk around with a hair on the side, nothing on the top.
No, man, I ain't gonna do like that. That skit from Chicago. Was it The Shy? No, not The Shy. That one Chicago show, that comedy one they canceled. Southside, when he was like, we had the intervention. He had dreads up here. It was bald back here. I always say, I won't do that. I won't do that.
He did a skit about that. He said, "Man, been out here hat fishing."
Yeah, I see that one.
All the way in the back. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wear a lot of hats, but that ain't me. I
I
show my
would
natural
I
hair.
would do that. I would go out like that. That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
wild.
but
Wild. Yeah, I just go
yeah,
ahead and cut it.
I've had that in my nose. I'm like, nah, I gotta talk about this.
Yeah, that's a good story. That's a good story.
Yeah.
Um well, speaking of off the top, the final trailer for The Boys came out, and it looks like Homelander is going in this trailer. We're also going to talk about the trailer for Lanners, but first let's get into The Boys final trailer. The show will be coming back April 8th, I believe. With first last the final season of The Boys. This is supposed to be the end of The Boys, at least this representation of The Boys. They still have like 2 to 3 spin-offs that are coming out, so we still gonna be within that universe. But this main show of The Boys is supposed to be ending in this 5th season. And in the trailer, we see Homelander preparing to really take over America, basically. Like he is trying to set stuff up to be able to get people prepared for him to become the leader of America, and I'm assuming the world. He does unfreeze his dad. If you don't remember season 3, his dad got captured, who is Soldier Boy. He got captured and refrozen. He looks like he's unfreezing his dad and is asking his dad for help to help him get everybody ready for him to become the god of this world. Um, there's a theory that Homelander, well, in the trailer, he is actually looking for the first V, compound V1, which should give him immortality. Because as we know, Homelander does age and he is getting older. He's plucking out gray hairs. So he's trying to find a way to stop aging like his dad. His dad is immortal, he doesn't age, and it seems like nothing can kill him. So Homelander is on the case of that. Butcher has gotten the team back together, and they're on in the process of trying to release that virus they found out about a while ago that can kill soups. Butcher is like, hey, I want to kill all the soups in the world. And I'm like, but you're working with like 6 soups. Like, are you trying to kill those people too? I'm not sure if he's trying to kill those people. But Butcher still has the super tumor in his body that gives him superpowers, and these super limbs, super like tentacles ain't going out. And he does end up fighting Soldier Boy, and Soldier Boy shoots him, and Butcher doesn't die. And Soldier Boy goes, "Hey, it looks like you're one of us now." He's like, "Yeah, if you can't beat him, join him," and then beat him up. So it seems like it's gonna be a good season, a good farewell, and a good way to tie everything up. We actually get to see a couple, like 2 characters from Gen V in there. You got Marie and Jordan slash, dang, what is her female name? I think it's just Jordan. Yeah, just Jordan. See Jordan and Marie in there talking to Starlight. So they're going to be within this season. I don't know if there's going to be another Gen V season 3. I don't know if they got greenlit for that. Season 2 didn't get well received. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would like. I definitely like the first season a lot better. But we get to see Homelander's crew, Noir. What is that Aqua guy's name? I forget what's the Aqua guy's name, but him and Noir are doing a podcast, and they seem like they're going after the Red Pill guys with that podcast, how they're dude bros and stuff, which is hilarious, which is the sarcasm and the right wing kind of things that the boys have been talking about the whole time they've been on, and people just figuring it out in season 3 that they were making fun of right wing people, and now those people are upset that they love a show that made fun of them, which is hilarious that you couldn't get that. But yeah, I'm really excited for The Boys season 5. We definitely will be talking about it on here. I don't know, Marcus, you haven't seen any of this season, so yeah,
No.
we'll try to get Marcus to watch at least season 1 and get his thoughts on that. hopefully when in April when the new show comes out, we'll get his thoughts on season 1. Hopefully we get him watch. Had his first full trailer, and they got Hal and Jon Stewart's kind of relationship really perfect. You got the old chiseled Lantern soldier and a new Lantern soldier learning the ropes, and it's supposed to be mentor and rookie, but it's more like rookie that's like, hey, why don't you retire? You probably should hang it up. Let the young guys take it over. And the old mentor is like, you don't know what you're talking about, you young buck. You still need to be taken under my wing. And they have that back and forth. It works really good. A lot of people were upset with the trailer because they felt there wasn't enough green in it and there wasn't enough space like things in it. I heard a theory that someone said that this might be just everything from the first episode. Like this is literally the first episode and it's gonna set everything up, and all the other 7 episodes, I believe it's 8 episodes in total, are going to be them moving through space trying to figure out why whoever did what on Earth and why they brought it to Earth or something like that. You do get to see what looks like a lantern costume, and people are upset that it's not a CGI costume that just forms over them, because with their lantern rings they can just make their costume. But I think it's kind of an old school costume when they first kind of did it. There is a moment where Hal Jordan does take off, and then people got really upset that he didn't have a green aura around him, because in most of Lantern's comics and TV shows and cartoons and a little bit of the movies, they have a green aura when they're flying. The funny thing is that's not always the case, and it's already been proven that's not already the case, because in Superman, uh what's his name? Dang it, I forgot the dude, the Lantern in Superman, who I'm blanking, Guy Gardner. He didn't have a green aura around him when he was flying, but nobody got upset about that at that time. But now they get upset about it now. From what I've been explained to, because I'm not like deep, rich knowledge of the Green Lanterns and how everything worked with them. I know a little bit, not a lot. I was explained that that green aura goes around them when they're in space, are in danger to where they need to protect themselves from outside forces. So it's kind of a barrier to protect that person, and it kind of automatically activates from the ring, knowing that that person is in danger from outside things like bacteria or air or something like that. So it's not always in use and always needs to be done. Um, but we had other little things, footnotes in there where Hal Jordan says he doesn't talk to any other of the Lanterns because they're all aliens and he's the only human. But we know Guy Gardner's a Lantern and he's a human. So hopefully they figure that out, because Guy Gardner is going to be in the Lantern show itself. So that's going to be interesting to see there. But he did talk about the Squirrel Green Lantern that people love. I think I'm not gonna lie to his name. I don't know what his name is. He said it. I think he said Squirrely or Nuts or something. It's a squirrel reference or something like that. I forgot what it was, but I'll be interested to see if he's gonna be in the show. The rumors he is, more than just being talked about. Um, I'm very much excited for the show. It looks interesting. It looks cool. It looks drastically different than anything DC is doing right now, which is kind of a good thing, because I want to see things still fit within the same universe, but see different aspects of that universe. And I think that's what's going to happen with this one. So I'm 100% still in, excited, very excited to see this shows when they pop out. One of the guys that's on the show, he did, dang, what is that show? Now I'm blanking on that show. Hold on. Not Wonder Man, DC. Dang it. I don't know if you ever know what this show is because I got nothing to give you. I was trying to think of something to give you a way to figure out the show I'm talking about, but I had nothing. So now I'm about to look something up to see if I can remember. Oh, he got a new show? I saw that. Okay. Um Watchmen. There we go. So Watchmen was who directed Watchmen or made Watchmen? The guy that David Mingelhoff, I think I'm pronouncing his name terribly, who did Watchmen, the series, is supposed to be working on this the Lantern series as well. And he did amazing with the Watchmen series. Uh, Alan Moore. I want to get his name right. Hold on. That's not his name. Showrunner Damon Lindelof. I don't know if he's a showrunner of Lanterns, but I know he's involved. So I have high hopes that he knows what he's doing and he's kind of steering things in the right direction. Um, how much do you know about Green Lantern, Marcus? Nothing. Okay, cool. So quick rundown: Green Lanterns are like the police of the universe.
Yeah.
Um, these these created the Green Lantern Corps to police the universe, and they give them the ability to do that with these rings that are fueled by their courage. Um, yeah, it's mostly courage, but there are other rings that are fueled by fear, love, um, I think I remember we talked about this. Love, Sinestros has fear, anger, and there's like a purple one, which is I think purple's love. I forgot blue what blue was, but they're supposed to be police of the universe, and the ring helps you harness that power, and they spread it out to different aliens that would patrol different sectors of universes. And we finally got one on Earth, and now we've had multiple Earth lanterns, and it's a pretty cool superhero and origin story the way it works. Um, I I have kind of high hopes for this series. I'm trying to not be too excited for it, oh, because I don't want to be disappointed. But the things they're showing me look good. Like Aaron Pierre, I think he is gonna do really well in the show. The other guy, I forget his name. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. Uh, he's an older actor. Series. I should have had it pulled up. Come on, there's gotta be a quicker way to. Okay. Um. Where is it? Oh, it was right there. What's his name? I think it's Cal. Cal Chandler. Yeah, Cal Chandler is a good actor. He was in like Friday Nights and other stuff, which he was really good in. Um, I think he's really good. I think Aaron Pierre and him working together are going to be really good. And there's a lot of other different people they've been sprinkling in that are good character actors that work really well. Um, only so besides fans being kind of wishy-washy on it, being mad that there's not a lot of green in it, and the fact that they didn't call it Green Lantern and it's just lanterns, which the reason they say they called it lanterns, there I heard two different reasons. One was because green, they felt green was too silly. And then another reason is because there's going to be other lanterns, not just green lanterns, different color lanterns in it. Um, but fans think it should. So fans are a little bit divided on the last trailer, so we'll have to see how it goes. But then there was a comic book writer that had did a Green Lantern book a while ago, got fired by DC, said some wild stuff on a podcast about Aaron Pierre, about him being the F word and a homosexual, and he was like, I don't know how he's supposed to be my John Stewart. He looks like him, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to give all the factors of John Stewart and bring him to life. And people are like, why are you saying this, my guy? You don't even know this person. Like, you don't know Aaron Pierre personally. You don't know this man. To call him all these things and slander his name, that's just wild. So the internet is mad at him. But thankfully he's already been fired well long ago. So I think he's just saying shit to try to get himself noticed again. So that's fucked up. But yeah, other than that, I'm stoked about these two shows coming out. When is Lantern supposed to be coming out? Summer 2026. So we got a while for that. But The Boys coming out next month. But don't worry. This month we have Invincible supposed to be coming out next week. Yeah. Next week, the first episode of the new season of Invincible is coming out. So we will be talking about that. Super excited for that as well. But let us know in the comments, did you like the final trailer for The Boys? Did you like the first trailer for the Lanterns? Let us know in the comments. Are you going to watch these shows? Does it make you more wanting to watch it? Have you been watching The Boys? And will you continue to fall into DC's universe as we figure out if they get bought by Paramount or Netflix? Which I forgot to talk about that. James Gunn has been tweeting kind of weirdly since he heard Paramount might be taking over, but I think he has friends at Paramount, so he should be good. So we don't know if he's going to stay as the overarching leader of the DC universe right now as a studio head. So only time will tell what happens with that. But yeah, let us know in the comments how y'all feel about that.
All right, that's before we end the show completely. I just want to say shout out to Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, Roy Del Rey. Is that how you say his name?
Delroy.
Well,
yeah, Delroy.
Shout out to everybody that was a part of Sinners and making it acting in the movie. I just want to shout out to they and I want to give a special shout out to Vandy Fair. Fuck y'all was wrong.
What did they do?
Remember, like when Sinners first came out, they were like,
"Oh yeah."
Remember the headline? How they try to downplay the success of it. Sinners is out here winning awards left and right.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody involved in the movie. I'm happy for the success. I'm glad that it's being celebrated, especially with the situation that happened out there. So I'm glad they came home and being recognized for their talent, and it was a good movie.
It was a very good movie. Very good movie.
I think sometimes we forget because, and some people might even know this because he played the role so well. How Michael B. Jordan played two different characters in the movie.
Yeah.
And at parts at the same time. And he did it so well that you would have thought it was two different people playing those two different characters. And it was just him playing those characters.
Yeah. That was a very good job. Shout out to him. He did win SAG Best Actor, I believe. He won that. And Viola Davis presented it to him too. So that was an amazing moment too. So shout out to them. That was a beautiful moment.
Shout out to everyone involved. So yeah, I just want to get that out there, and that's the end of the show. We talked about a lot. We jam-packed this.
We put a lot in here.
We put a lot in here. We had a lot to talk about. So come back and see us again next week. We'll be here. Yeah, I think I'll be here. Yeah.
As long as life don't happen, something
Yeah.
might happen. So we should be here though.
I plan on being here. So come back, join us again. Hit the link in the descriptions. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends on your social media, family. Get out. Leave us a voicemail if you like. Let's see. Hit the I did say hit the like button, didn't I? Hit that
Yeah.
thumbs up. Hit that thumbs
Yep.
up.
Hit the thumbs.
Yeah. We work hard over here to come up with these topics. And yeah, that's it. I think I better stop talking before I say something that I shouldn't say. So I think
All right.
end it.
Peace out, people.
Peace.